everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, the city of Bangor continues to look for solutions for those experiencing homelessness in our community. Plus, Sarah's House in Holden is looking to raise money that will go into improvements on their building and accessibility upgrades. And the Waterville community honored a former classmate whose story left an impact on much of the community. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop. Craig Colson is off for the day. We'll have those stories and much more coming up, but as always, we thank you for joining us. The temperature is certainly low out there this morning, and it looks like it'll only reach the teens throughout the day today. Let's start off by getting a first check of our forecast. Devin Biggs joins us now.
Alrighty, Janessa, thank you very much. On this Tuesday, we have a gale watch posted until 1 a.m. Thursday along the coast. Some active surf will be expected at that point. All right, we have a small craft advisory also posted until Wednesday at around 4 p.m. This morning, it's very quiet out there. No clouds developing either. Temperatures are on the colder side, below zero in some cases as well. As we zoom things out, we have some clouds offshore, but for now we're starting off with a good amount of sunshine and clear skies, but we will be watching for more clouds later on today, and eventually some snow will be on the way too. Not a lot, but this system that will move in later on Wednesday afternoon, I should say, will give us a lot more snow and some rain mixing in as well. So for today, we're dry, lower 20s under a partly cloudy sky, and that west wind at around 5 miles per hour. All right, later on tonight, lower teens, mostly cloudy, some snow showers, not a lot of accumulations, and that south wind at around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, a lot more accumulations of precipitation, lower 40s, mostly cloudy, some rain and snow, southeast wind at around 20 miles per hour. All righty, your hourly forecast. Look at this, lots of sunshine, temperatures in the teens and 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Janessa?
Thank you, Devin. We'll look forward to that a little later on. Well, first this morning, a Liberty man charged with murder in connection with a homicide in Palermo in April was arraigned yesterday morning. 58-year-old Kirby Bradford pleaded not guilty to the murder charge. Police say back in April, they went to 128 Boots and Saddle Road for a welfare check. When they arrived, they found the body of 56-year-old Robert Brusso outside of the residence. Bradford was already in the Kennebec County Jail on an unrelated charge when he was charged with murder. He was also indicted for unlawful possession of drugs and possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. Bradford entered a not guilty plea to both of those charges. Well, 2 buildings were destroyed and 2 people were sent to the hospital after a fire in a town along the Canada-Maine border. According to the Department of Public Safety, firefighters were called to 58 Main Street in Van Buren at around 11:20 on Saturday night. The owner of the property discovered the fire after investigating a crackling sound coming from his pellet stove. They say he attempted to put it out with a fire extinguisher but was unsuccessful. Responding crews encountered heavy fire conditions. To prevent the blaze from spreading to other structures, the Van Buren Fire Department performed an emergency demolition of the building with an excavator. The fire rendered 58 and 56 Main Street total losses. 1 firefighter was injured after slipping on ice during that response, and the owner of 58 Main Street suffered smoke inhalation. Both individuals were then transported to Cary Medical Center in Caribou. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Another fire destroyed a wood boiler and the building it was in early yesterday. Crews responded to reports of a building fire on the Madamascontis Road in Madamascontis. When they arrived, they found the building fully engulfed in flames and other structures nearby. According to the Lincoln Fire Department, their crew and those from Central Highlands Fire and EMS District 1 remained on the scene overhauling the wood stacked inside the building once the initial fire was put out. The city of Bangor continues to look for solutions for those experiencing homelessness. Last night, various stakeholders, including local residents, discussed the next steps for helping the unhoused find stability. Our Callie Warren has the story.
Something like 2/3 of Americans are one paycheck away or cannot afford an emergency over $400, and that's the difference between a roof over your head.
Many of those individuals living on the streets of Bangor reside in an encampment on Exchange Street by the railroad tracks.
When people aren't offered housing or alternatives, they're just going to end up on the street again.
At the urge of the owners of that property, the city of Bangor is planning to disband the encampment by December 19th. And now they're scrambling for solutions for what the city estimates to be 200 unhoused individuals in the city, 40 of whom live at that encampment.
So if we don't have a plan for every single individual, or at least know what their own individual plan is and have that communication with them, then we're just going to fail again.
At a city council meeting Monday night, leaders explored housing solutions, but with such a short window of time to work toward that goal, many are protesting the uprooting of the camp.
Well, many of my constituents are, in fact, unhoused people. Encampment sweeps are complete displacement. People lose access to all of their belongings when encampments are swept. We need to make sure that we're listening to their voices and their needs here at City Council.
In Monday's council workshop, councilors discussed working with residents to determine whether or not they can obtain a housing voucher, live with friends or family, or stay in warming shelters to provide options other than the streets. A woman who identified herself as Gabby said that she lives at that encampment and hopes councilors will work alongside unhoused residents in the search for solutions.
So please, don't shut it down. Just work with us. That's what we need. We need people to listen to us and work with us. You need to sleep in your bed at night. I sleep on a futon mattress that I found in the woods.
In Bangor, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, a Vinyl Haven nonprofit will be offering affordable housing in the next year. Vinyl Haven Housing Initiative is putting the finishing touches on 4 affordable rental housing units that will soon be available for eligible year-round residents. The nonprofit was formed in 2023, and this is their first major project. The group acquired the Department of Transportation's ferry crew quarters. Then they moved the residents to land that the nonprofit already owned, which already had an existing historical home on it. The historical home was then converted into 2 apartments. The crew quarters became a 3-bedroom family home, and a pre-built modular home was moved there as well. Construction crew project manager Dylan Jackson says, quote, "We aren't just building homes, we are anchoring Vinyl Haven's future as a sustainable year-round community." A local nonprofit that provides free lodging to Maine cancer patients who must travel to Bangor for treatment is hoping to support even more patients by improving their accessibility. Our Grace Blanchard explains.
For hundreds of Maine cancer patients, Sarah's house in Holden has become a home away from home. Since 2014, Executive Director Heather Massey says the nonprofit has provided free housing to more than 700 Maine cancer patients who travel more than 30 miles to Bangor or Brewer for treatment.
A lot of people that come and stay with us tell us that they wouldn't even be able to get treatment without us because it's such a financial hardship.
But she says their building is in need of improvements.
We have 4 rooms upstairs, and some nights, even though we could be full, we can't because people, once they start getting treatment, they have a hard time making it upstairs.
They are hoping to change that by raising $1.6 million to install an elevator and add 4 ADA-compliant rooms.
It will make a huge difference for our guests and also for their dignity so that they don't have to say, hey, I can't make it up the stairs today. It won't matter because they can take an elevator and they'll be much better off.
Massey says their Elevated campaign has recently surpassed $1 million thanks to a $100,000 donation from Maine Savings.
As Heather said, the cancer rate in Maine is high, and so if we can help our neighbors make it a little bit easier for them, we want to try to do that.
In addition to improving accessibility, the money will also fund an enclosed fire escape to increase safety and a functional outbuilding to meet storage and outdoor needs.
We just want to make sure if we have a room available, it's accessible to anybody no matter what their physical limitations are.
Massey says their goal is to break ground spring of 2026 and be fully functional by next fall. To learn more, you can visit our website, foxbangor.com. In Holden, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, in 1964, just weeks before graduation, a Waterville High School student lost his life in a tragic accident. His former classmates and members of the community honored his legacy. Our Alex Schley with more.
61 years after his death, a crowd gathered in Waterville to remember 18-year-old David Curion, a student athlete who never made it to graduation day.
He represented something that was so important to all athletes, student athletes. It's something special as important to all of his classmates.
A tribute to that legacy now stands at the entrance of the Alfond Youth and Community Center's Inspirational Hall of Fame.
61 years later, he's still going to be remembered in a very positive way for our kids to inspire towards.
Here at China Lake in April of 1964, David accompanied Norman Corbin and Peter Roy freediving.
And the lake was half covered with ice, and half of it was open. And he'd never been before.
Accounts from the incident indicate David entered the water first, waiting while his friends struggled with their wetsuits.
And unbeknownst to them, while they're getting set up, he wandered, because under the water you have no sense of direction. He ended up under the ice.
Officials say Corbin and Roy raced to save him but couldn't get there in time.
They almost died trying to find him, and they couldn't, and they got rescue out there and fire department, and finally they found him.
61 years later, the memory of that day and of David still lives with the class of 1964.
To lose him that way, I mean, for many of us classmates who had never been exposed to that sort of tragedy, it really was traumatic.
Along with a memorial plaque, the community has also created a scholarship in David's name that will be awarded each year to a senior who embodies the character and integrity exemplified by David. In Waterville, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, the Holden Police Department is kicking off the holiday season with 25 days of kindness boxes. We'll have more on that coming up. But first, let's take another look at our forecast. For today, partly cloudy skies, highs around 20 degrees. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers. Temperatures right around 13. And into tomorrow, mostly cloudy with rain and snow chance. Temperatures around 41. We'll be right back.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. With durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all. From compact track loaders to the world's #1 selling compact excavator for 20 years, the Kubota construction lineup is ready to work. Visit your local dealer today.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
This holiday you can fly BGR to the Motor City or the Windy City or maybe Philly, Charlotte, North Carolina, New York and Jersey, Atlanta, Georgia, plus Punta Gorda, Tampa, St. Pete, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Washington, D.C., all departing from BGR. Happy holiday travel from Bangor International Airport.
RSV can be dangerous for infants and some young children and is the leading cause of infant hospitalization in the U.S. So what can you do? The Centers for Disease Control recommends protecting your baby from getting very sick by getting an RSV immunization for infants and some older babies, or even an RSV vaccine given to the mother during pregnancy, which could make a shot for an infant unnecessary. Protect your baby today. This message brought to you by the Maine CDC, this station, and the Maine Association of Broadcasters.
The Jackson Laboratory in Bar Harbor has been awarded a multi-million-dollar federal grant that supports efforts to revolutionize drug safety testing. According to Senator Susan Collins, the Jackson Laboratory is the first ever research institution in Maine to be awarded a grant from the Advanced Research Projects Agency for Health. The grant of up to $30.6 million over 3 years will support an initiative called Cardioverse. The Jackson Laboratory says the project combines AI, stem cells, and genetic variation to develop digital heart models that aim to predict drug safety before reaching human trials. Senator Collins says the grant is a testament to the incredible work happening at the Jackson Laboratory, which has the potential to dramatically reduce the time and cost of drug development. A new nonprofit has taken the helm at the Nordic Heritage Outdoor Center in Presque Isle. Northern Maine Community Trails has purchased the center for $1 million. The The locally run nonprofit is now starting a capital campaign to rebuild funds used for the purchase, establish an endowment, and restart operations as soon as possible. Since the Nordic Heritage Center closed more than a year ago, local residents have voiced their concern and support through several channels, including city-led listening sessions and an active social media community. In October, a small number of individuals came together to form the nonprofit and purchase that facility. The group plans to reopen some of the trails for the 2025-26 season. The time now is 6:15. After the break, the Trump administration is now taking back their claim to release the full video of the Venezuela airstrikes. Plus, Paramount now launching a hostile takeover of Warner Brothers Discovery in an effort to buy the studio. These stories and more straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
Tired of worrying whether your credit will hold you back from getting a car? At Down East Credit Union, we believe everyone deserves reliable transportation, even with less than perfect credit. Let us guide you every step of the way. If your credit score is under 670 or you've had setbacks like bankruptcy or repossession, that doesn't mean you're out of options. We'll help you get pre-approved, guide you through car shopping, and work with you on a plan to rebuild your credit. Reach out to Down East Credit Union today. Let's get you on the road confidently.
You're gripping a pumpkin spice latte, watching the home game on a Friday night. Earlier, you took the kids apple picking and almost made it through the corn maze. It's that time of year. Shorter days, cooler nights. Valley Home Services believes the comfort and warmth of home means more on nights like these. Comfort and warmth that comes from Fujitsu heat pumps. Valley Home Services has the most reliable choices for heating and cooling your home or business. Ditch the worry of heating bills and power outages all season long with Valley Home Services. Go ahead, embrace the comfort.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Letters flip, the wheel spins round. Fortunes rise with every sound. Wheel of Fortune, thrills begin. Weeknights to 7, come and win. On ABC 7, let's make it a date. Wheel of Fortune, don't be late. I'm Sue from Garland, and I'm a wheel watcher.
How many acts of kindness can you fit into 25 days? Well, a local police department is closing the gap between law enforcement and their community with a month-long campaign of giving back. Our Alexa Kennedy with the story.
Monday, the Holden Police Department partnered with the University of Maine's men's and women hockey teams to deliver 25 boxes of donated food to Holden Square, an equal opportunity housing complex. The food donation is a part of Holden PD's 25 Days of Kindness program. Founded in 2017, it is a nonprofit organization that aims to forge connections between the community and the police. The event, through daily initiatives, hopes to inspire people to embrace kindness.
Oh, it's amazing, just to see the people smiling and, just remove the stress from people's life a little bit and, make sure they have a good day. It's always priceless.
Benjamin says sometimes people just need a little push, and more action can change people's lives.
That's what the police is designed for, to bridge that gap between the community police, and we work together to make our community better.
The donated food was collected at a charity event hosted by UMaine's hockey team. Some members extended their kindness and joined the Holden Police in delivering the food personally.
Giving back is always good and, makes me feel good, and hopefully we can make people feel good as well.
The donation also included a $25 gift card to Hannaford to cover grocery expenses. Volunteers delivered boxes to residents' doorsteps and greeted those who were home.
Oh, it's great. We know someone's caring for us, cares about it.
The Holden PD has more events for the campaign coming up in the next few weeks. For more information, visit our website. In Holden, Alexa Kennedy, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
The time now is 6:19. Let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Janessa, thank you very much. There's that gale watch again posted until around Thursday at 1 a.m. Some active surf will be expected as we do move forward. There's that small craft advisory that will also be posted until around 4 p.m. on your Wednesday. In the meantime, wave heights not too bad at around 1 to 3 feet. As you notice farther out towards sea, the wave heights are a little more active, a wide range at around 3 to 11 feet, according to the buoys at this moment in time. Meanwhile, on land, a clear morning. We'll see a lot of sunshine for a good part of the day as we do move forward in time, but we are going to be watching for increasing clouds as high pressure tracks off to the east and low pressure begins to approach. We'll have a couple areas of low pressure that will begin to move in. The first one later on tonight. We have clouds that will be approaching, and there is that snow opportunity later on tonight and early Wednesday morning. Not a lot of snow with that one, but as we head toward midday Wednesday, look at this snow changing over to rain as temperatures will be warming up, and this thing will continue Wednesday night and the parts of early Thursday morning before we catch a break from the precipitation. Here's the snow chance, and this is for the first system that will pass through later on tonight and the parts of Wednesday morning, and in fact the accumulations have increased with the latest update at around a ½ to even 1.5 inches for a few locations. It was trending down earlier, but now it has since trended up again. And then here we are further off towards the north, a lot more accumulations with the next system. Further down toward the south, not too bad, as some locations will see that switch over to some rainfall too. But for today, here's what we're looking at. Lower 20s, partly cloudy, and that west wind at around 5 miles per hour. Overnight, we have lower teens, mostly cloudy, some snow showers, again, not too much accumulations, south wind at around 5 miles per hour. More precipitation as we head towards tomorrow, low 40s, mostly cloudy, rain and snow, and that southeast wind at around 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, let's check out your extended forecast. More snow showers for your Thursday with highs in the low 30s, mid 20s as we head towards your Friday under a partly cloudy sky, and partly cloudy Saturday with highs in the upper 20s.
This week, Zoe Saldana and Avatar Fire and Ash take over live. Good morning, America. And say good morning, America, or should I say bonjour, America, to Emily in Paris Week on GMA with Lily Collins live on Good Morning America.
My sister had multiple falls and broke her leg in the nursing home. She was out of her room and unsupervised. How did that happen?
If a serious injury has happened at a nursing home that's brought up cause for concern, call the 2s right now.
Our attorney at Lowry Law helped me get answers. He made sure the nursing home paid for what happened to my sister.
If you suspect nursing home abuse or neglect, we're your go-to lawyers.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
Are you ready to start your Rennie's Christmas shopping?
I'm ready. Let's go. We need tags, we need bows, we got boxes, wrapping paper, bags, small, large, medium, tiny, extra large.
This one's jumbo.
Stockings and bows and ribbon and look at that. Christmas cards, Christmas candles, Christmas ornaments.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Thank you for shopping Rennie's.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you.
Looking for the perfect gift? Come explore the Purple Baboon. Sweatshirts, t-shirts, jewelry, inspiring local books, one-of-a-kind treasures and souvenirs, they have something for everyone. The Purple Baboon, the best selection at great prices. 31 Front Street, Belfast.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
President Trump now appears to be walking back to his pledge to release video of a controversial airstrike on a drug boat near Venezuela. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio with more.
This morning, President Trump backtracking on his pledge to release the full video of this airstrike from September. The video shows the initial attack by U.S. forces that destroyed an alleged drug smuggling boat, killing 9 of 11 people aboard. A second attack, not seen publicly yet, killed the 2 survivors. Critics say the second strike may have violated international law.
Mr. President, you said you would have no problem with releasing the full video of that strike on September 2nd off the coast of Venezuela. Secretary Hegseth now says...
You said that. I didn't say that. This is ABC fake news.
Just last week, the president said this while speaking to our Selena Wang.
Will you release video of that strike so that the American people can see for themselves what happened?
I don't know what they have, but whatever they have, we'd certainly release. No problem.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are now pushing to pass a bill that would require Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to release the full video to the House and Senate Armed Services Committees.
Whatever we were to decide to release, we'd have to be very responsible about. So we're reviewing that right now.
Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Thailand's armed forces say they're strengthening their position in eastern Thailand after a soldier was killed and 29 people were injured. Thailand on Monday carried out airstrikes along the frontier, which they said was a defense action targeting military installations. Admiral Surasant for the Thailand military said such operations would continue until attacks stop. He accused Cambodia of violating ceasefire agreements, as well as a joint declaration signed by 2 prime ministers of Cambodia and Thailand back in October. A more detailed agreement, which was also signed in October, outlined removing heavy weapons and equipment from the border, disseminating false information, and implementing measures to restore mutual trust. None of these actions appear to be implemented in full or good faith by either side. Today, President Trump is expected to address America's affordability crisis during an event in Pennsylvania. It comes as recent polling shows that public trust in Trump's economic leadership has fallen to new lows. The administration now proposing a bailout plan for American farmers decimated by his ongoing tariff policies. Once again, ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, a major lifeline for American farmers hurt by President Trump's trade policies. The president announcing a $12 billion taxpayer bailout that will come from tariff revenue.
This relief will provide much needed certainty to farmers as they get this year's harvest to market and look ahead to next year's crops. And it'll help them continue their efforts to lower food prices for American families.
The administration says the farm aid package will boost farmers who've struggled to sell their crops while also getting hit by rising costs after he raised tariffs earlier this year. However, it's still subject to congressional approval. Ahead of Trump's remarks later today in Pennsylvania, the state's governor blasted his economic policies.
I hear it from our manufacturers. I hear it from our farmers who are doing everything right and who are getting screwed because of Donald Trump's economic policies.
It comes as many Americans face another affordability concern centered around health care. Insurance premiums are set to skyrocket next month for millions of Americans, as Obamacare subsidies are set to expire unless Congress takes action. The Senate is expected to vote this week on a bill from Democrats that would extend an Obamacare tax credit for 3 years, but it's expected to fail because it does not include reforms that Republicans want.
Democrats' great scheme to fix health care, Obamacare, has failed.
Republicans have no plan. They are so divided between themselves they can't even put a plan together. We Democrats do have a plan.
And back to the bailout, the aid package includes $11 billion in one-time payments through a new Department of Agriculture bridge payment program. The remaining money will then go to other crops not covered by the program. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
People in Japan begin to assess damages following a major earthquake on the country's coast. The U.S. Geological Survey says a 7.5 magnitude earthquake surged from the Pacific Ocean into Japan on Monday. The quake prompted warnings of aftershocks and tsunamis. Japan's Fire and Disaster Management Agency reports at least 33 people were injured. As residents address the damages in their communities, a local power company says most power has been restored as of this morning. Now to a Hollywood-like drama involving Hollywood itself and ownership of an iconic brand. ABC's Sophie Flay has more.
This morning, the latest in a bidding war that could reshape Hollywood. Paramount now launching a hostile takeover of Warner Brothers Discovery in an effort to buy the studio without its leaders' approval, appealing instead to shareholders. The new bid challenges Netflix, which recently struck its own $82 billion deal to buy Warner Brothers studio operations and HBO. But now, Paramount is vowing to buy the entire company in a cash deal valued at $108 billion.
We're offering shareholders $17.6 billion more cash than the deal they currently have signed up with Netflix.
Paramount CEO David Ellison argues the Netflix-Warner Brothers deal would create a media giant that would stifle competition. Had Netflix already owned Warner Brothers and HBO, the combined studios would have dominated yesterday's Golden Globe nominations. Critics also fear the Netflix deal could lead to the closure of many movie theaters. But the co-CEO of Netflix insists the combined company would still release Warner Brothers movies in theaters.
I think it's really important to note we're deeply committed to releasing those movies exactly the way they've released those movies today.
President Trump says he'll personally be involved in whether the deal goes through, warning the combined company's market share could be a problem.
I have to see what percentage of market they have. We have to see the Netflix percentage of market, Paramount, the percentage of market. I mean, none of them are particularly great friends of mine.
The private equity firm of Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is helping finance Paramount's takeover bid.
Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Coming up on the second half of the newscast, a Hamden artist who went back to college later in life is now showcasing her artwork. This and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
WVII, ABC7 cares about the children in our area. We offer a variety of programming for children ages 7 to 14. WVII, ABC7 keeps a file about these programs in our public inspection file. You may view these files during regular business hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The public inspection file is located at our studios at 371 Target Industrial Circle, Bangor, Maine 04401.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
This December at Bob's, I've got 3 power reclining sofas for just $9.99 or less. Like this feature-packed tuxedo sofa, or my stylish Athens sofa, and my mighty Viking sofa. New holiday the Bob's way.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, 3 Point Road in Brewer.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Melissa Dawn.
Jimmy Kimmel has signed a 1-year contract extension that will keep him at ABC until at least May of 2027. He's been hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live since 2003 and is one of the longest-running late-night hosts in TV history. He's also hosted the Academy Awards and the reboot of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Disney is the parent company of ABC. Leonardo DiCaprio has been named Time's Entertainer of the Year. The Oscar-winning actor, who has received critical acclaim for his performance in this year's One Battle After Another, tells the magazine he loves his profession and has gotten starstruck a lot. David Byrne announced that he is bringing his Who is the Sky tour back to North America next year. The tour will start on April 4th, 2026 in Vancouver. Tickets go on sale to the general public on Friday. And happy birthday to Donny Osmond, who is 68 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Let's turn things right back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Janessa, thank you very much. On this Tuesday, we have a gale watch posted until 1 a.m. Thursday along the coast. Some active surf will be expected at that point. All right, we have a small craft advisory also posted until Wednesday at around 4 p.m. This morning, it's very quiet out there. No clouds developing either. Temperatures are on the colder side, below zero in some cases as well. As we zoom things out, we have some clouds offshore, but for now, we're starting off with a good amount of sunshine and clear skies, but we will be watching for more clouds later on today, and eventually some snow will be on the way too. Not a lot, but this system that will move in later on Wednesday afternoon, I should say, will give us a lot more snow and some rain mixing in as well. So for today, we're dry, lower 20s under a partly cloudy sky, and that west wind at around 5 miles per hour. All right, later on tonight, lower teens, mostly cloudy, some snow showers, not a lot of accumulations, and that south wind at around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, a lot more accumulations of precipitation, lower 40s, mostly cloudy, some rain and snow, southeast wind at around 20 miles per hour. All righty, your hourly forecast. Look at this, lots of sunshine, temperatures in the teens and 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Janessa?
Thank you, Devin. Well, today the banjo is enjoying a resurgence due in part to one epic player who's now going viral for her unique take on the country music staple. ABC's Danny New has her story.
There are all sorts of ways to control a puppet. But how about by using a banjo?
It's nice to be like, ah, I found something that I enjoy that other people enjoy too.
California's Phoebe Sanders here has been picking up millions of views on social media as she ties a traditional folk instrument called a jig doll to strings wrapped around her fingers. Usually jig dolls are purposefully bounced on a platform, but hers is rigged to kind of dance along with her strums.
So the biggest thing is getting his feet to like hit the platform at the right height. So I have a bunch of hooks in my ceiling from all these videos. There's just a ton of hooks up here.
Now you may have guessed this already, but her doll is named Gilligan, as in,
make way for the Red Ball Express.
The titular character from the 1960s TV show Gilligan's Island. She ordered him custom made.
How did you come to like Gilligan's Island?
We watched a good bit of classic TV growing up. It's so charming and sweet, and Gilligan's just like the most endearing character ever.
However, Phoebe has not stopped there. Like Gilligan, she knows how to grab attention with a bucket hat, but also with a turkey, a reindeer, and more than a half dozen ghosts at once.
Is it harder to play the banjo when you feel him pulling you back?
When it's just Gilligan, no, but the more things you add, the harder it gets.
And while she did not invent this method, Phoebe certainly has found a lot of ways to get creative with it, looping her in with a whole new community in the process. One commenter writing, "In my circles, this is the coolest person alive." Not sure if that's referring to Phoebe or Gilligan, but hey, they're a team. By the way, Phoebe's only been playing banjo for 6 years and only had Gilligan for about 1, so if you can get a banjo and a jig doll, you could be like us in no time. In New York for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Well, still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports. Don't go away.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Come in and visit AMHG Works, Bangor's #1 gift shop, located at 36 Springer Drive and the Rennie's Plaza. We have special gifts for you, your furry companion, and that special someone you are in need of a gift for. It's worth a trip in for unique American-made gifts. Here at AMHG Works, everything is American-made, and we are open 7 days a week for your convenience. American-made home goods. We look forward to seeing you.
Oh no! Son of a nutcracker. This is what I get for eating all those cookies. Hey, Roto-Rooter, I got a big clog for you. I'm stuck in the chimney. Again. Yep, I'm the clog. Any chance you could fa la la over here?
For all your holiday plumbing needs, Roto-Rooter can save the day.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Pat's Pizza in Holden suggests calling now for reserving your next event or party. Their 2 indoor golf simulators are now open, and they're taking reservations for the fall season. Please check their Facebook page for indoor golf specials. Pat's Pizza Holden.
This is my playpen.
I get that, Your Honor.
Perfect.
Judge Judy never misses a beat.
Weeknights at 5 on ABC 7.
Welcome back in, everyone. How many acts of kindness can you fit into 25 days? A local police department is closing the gap between law enforcement and their community with a month-long campaign of giving back. Our Alexa Kennedy has the story.
Monday, the Holden Police Department partnered with the University of Maine's men's and women hockey teams to deliver 25 boxes of donated food to Holden Square, an equal opportunity housing complex. The food donation is a part of Holden PD's 25 Days of Kindness program. Founded in 2017, it is a nonprofit organization that aims to forge connections between the community and the police. The event, through daily initiatives, hopes to inspire people to embrace kindness.
Oh, it's amazing, just to see the people smiling and, just remove the stress from people's life a little bit and, make sure they have a good day. It's always priceless.
Benjamin says sometimes people just need a little push, and more action can change people's lives.
That's what the police is designed for, to bridge that gap between the community police, and we work together to make our community better.
The donated food was collected at a charity event hosted by UMaine's hockey team. Some members extended their kindness and joined the Holden Police in delivering the food personally.
Giving back is always good and, makes me feel good and hopefully we can make people feel good as well.
The donation also included a $25 gift card to Hannaford to cover grocery expenses. Volunteers delivered boxes to residents' doorsteps and greeted those who were home.
Oh, it's great. We know someone's caring for us. Cares about it.
The Holden PD has more events for the campaign coming up in the next few weeks. For more information, visit our website. In Holden, Alexa Kennedy, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Thank you for that, Alexa. Sticking with Maine hockey, they're coming off a tough weekend at Alfond Arena as they were swept by rival UNH. Maine lost on Friday 1-0, then again on Saturday 3-2. Something Maine hockey fans have not seen for a couple years is a sweep of their favorite team in Alfond Arena. Now, I'm sure a ton of those Maine hockey fans are simply wondering how. Head coach Ben Barr believes it has a lot to do with the culture and identity of the team at this moment. But how do you fix that in the middle of a season? Here was Barr's answer.
We fix it by doing what we did tonight. Guys play, they don't play. And it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a draft pick or you're not a draft pick. It doesn't matter. Play the guys that are working. That's what we've always done. I think I've got away from that a little bit this year, and that's why a lot of the things haven't changed, to be honest with you. And that's not on the kids' fault, or that's not on that's not on them. That's on me and our staff to meld that culture piece.
The Black Bears take on UMass Lowell in Portland on Wednesday night. Patriots fans, I hope you enjoyed a peaceful weekend off as New England sat back and watched football with the rest of us during their bye week. It goes from 0 to 100 now, though, as Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills come to town this Sunday with a chance to win the AFC East on the line. Yes, with a win on Sunday, the Patriots would clinch their first division title since 2019. The Bills are coming off a 39-34 win over Joe Burrow and the Bengals. On Monday morning, head coach Mike Vrabel made an appearance on Fox Sports where he said they're treating Sunday like a title game.
I'm Super Bowl or bust now. I'm pulling out everything. Do the expectations now that you're sitting there, is that how you're looking at this season, or is it just week?
Well, what we're looking at is this is, it's championship week for us, and for an opportunity to win the only championship that we can, which would be the AFC East. That's what our goal is. So, that's the championship that we're focused on, and we'll need great preparation, but even more and improved play against this football team.
While we're on the topic of the Patriots, their game against the Ravens next Sunday has been flexed to Sunday Night Football on NBC. Was originally scheduled for the 1 o'clock window. Now, staying with the NFL, the Indianapolis Colts made waves with the developing story on Monday night. Quarterback Daniel Jones is out for the year with an Achilles injury, but then backup quarterback Riley Leonard also got hurt in Sunday's loss to the Jags. Former top pick Anthony Richardson's on the IR. So where will the Colts turn? How about to 44-year-old Phillip Rivers? Rivers reportedly going to work out for the Colts this week. The former Colt hasn't played since 2020. That'll certainly be interesting to see what comes of that workout. Keep your eye on that story. 44 years old. I mean, his knees have just got to be screaming. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Orpheus was a poor boy, but he had a gift to give. And Eurydice was a young girl, but she'd seen how the world was. She fell in spite of herself, in love. Just how far would you go for her?
Senator Collins, we won the battle. Now win the war. Extending tax credits that help pay for our health care is the key to keeping our majorities. It will preserve our accomplishments and allow us to keep delivering on the MAGA agenda. You can act now to save Mainers from being crushed by rising health care costs. And then President Trump can fix Obamacare once and for all in 2026. Protect your people. Protect our majorities. Extend the health care tax credits.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Welcome back, everyone. A senior citizen from Hamden is proving art only gets better with age. Our Jody Hersey with more.
I love the medium of watercolor.
Kay Carter of Hamden decided to take art classes at the University of Maine in Orono when she retired at the age of 64.
And I started taking freshman level studio art classes at Maine because when you're a senior, if there's room in the class, you can audit it for free.
With 3 degrees already under her belt, Carter wasn't looking to add another. Instead, she was seeking artistic guidance.
I get curious about what would it be like here, and I go and photograph it and develop paintings from the photographs.
In 2017, she had a studio built outside her home on the main road in Hamden. It's called the Longtime Sun Gallery, and it's where Carter's creativity takes flight, and all her finished works of art are proudly displayed.
There's a technique in watercolor called dry brush, and I practiced dry brush and practiced it, and then used it to get the sense of the wool in the sheep and the lambs.
Now at age 81, Carter loves to be in her studio with her paintbrushes, recreating views of nature, one brushstroke at a time.
We all have a perspective from the life we've lived, and the opportunity to share it in visual arts, music, whatever it is a wonderful opportunity.
In Hamden, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Parents, the clock is ticking. Still have some last-minute holiday shopping to do? Well, ABC's Rena Roy shares expert tips on what your kids will love to unwrap this year.
The holidays are almost here. Have you checked everything off your child's wish list?
Following Cyber Week and Black Friday, it might be a little harder to get your hands on some of these hot items.
Well, don't think you've run out of time just yet. Toy insider Samantha Cannell has you covered on the hottest toys to snag before St. Nick makes his way down the chimney. For the little chef who loves to help out in the kitchen, this grill may be the perfect gift. Watch as the food defrosts before your eyes.
Melissa and Doug's Flip and Fry Grill playset. This utilizes their Water Wow technology to kind of walk kids through a realistic cooking experience. It's super fun, it's compact, you can bring it on the go if you want, and it adds that sensory play with water.
There's also the timeless classics like Pokemon trading cards. Family members of all ages can join in on the fun.
Pokemon, I don't think will ever go out of style, right? Our parents loved it, and now the kids are gonna love it too. So having a Pokemon toy like the Mega Evolution Elite Trainer Box is a really great way for parents or even older siblings to introduce little ones to something that they love.
Another big hit with little ones that never goes out of fashion, friendship bracelets. This bracelet maker speeds up the process of creating friendship bracelets with just a push of a button. If you know your kid will love a certain toy, don't wait to check it out.
Of course, with the tariffs and maybe some stock issues, you don't know if it's necessarily going to come back in time for the holiday that you're celebrating. So if you know that your child is really going to love something and you know you want them to unbox it, I would suggest purchasing it sooner rather than later.
And parents, one last thing, don't forget the batteries so kids can play with their new favorite toys right away. Rena Roy, ABC News.
Now here's meteorologist Devin Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Janessa, thank you very much. There's that gale watch again posted until around Thursday at 1 a.m. Some active surf will be expected as we do move forward. There's that small craft advisory that will also be posted until around 4 p.m. on your Wednesday. In the meantime, wave heights not too bad at around 1 to 3 feet. As you notice farther out towards sea, the wave heights are a little more active, a wide range at around 3 to 11 feet, according to the buoys at this moment in time. Meanwhile, on land, a clear morning. We'll see a lot of sunshine for a good part of the day as we do move forward in time, but we are going to be watching for increasing clouds as high pressure tracks off to the east and low pressure begins to approach. We'll have a couple areas of low pressure that will begin to move in. The first one later on tonight. We have clouds that will be approaching, and there is that snow opportunity later on tonight in the early Wednesday morning. Not a lot of snow with that one, but as we head toward midday Wednesday, look at this snow changing over to rain as temperatures will be warming up, and this thing will continue Wednesday night and the parts of early Thursday morning before we catch a break from the precipitation. Here's the snow chance, and this is for the first system that will pass through later on tonight and the parts of Wednesday morning, and in fact the accumulations have increased with the latest update at around a ½ inch to even 1.5 inches for a few locations. It was trending down earlier, but now it has since trended up again. And then here we are further off towards the north, a lot more accumulations with the next system. Further down toward the south, not too bad, as some locations will see that switch over to some rainfall too. But for today, here's what we're looking at. Lower 20s, partly cloudy, and that west wind at around 5 miles per hour. Overnight, we have lower teens, mostly cloudy, some snow showers, again, not too much accumulations, south wind at around 5 miles per hour. More precipitation as we head towards tomorrow, low 40s, mostly cloudy, rain and snow, and that southeast wind at around 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, let's check out your extended forecast. More snow showers for your Thursday with highs in the low 30s, mid 20s as we head towards your Friday under a partly cloudy sky, and partly cloudy Saturday with highs in the upper 20s.
This holiday you can fly BGR to the Motor City or the Windy City or maybe Philly, Charlotte, North Carolina, New York and Jersey, Atlanta, Georgia, plus Punta Gorda, Tampa, St. Pete, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Washington, D.C., all departing from BGR. Happy holiday travel from Bangor International Airport.
Looking for the perfect gift? Come explore the Purple Baboon.
Sweatshirts, t-shirts, jewelry, inspiring local books, one-of-a-kind treasures and souvenirs, they have something for everyone. The Purple Baboon, the best selection at great prices. 31 Front Street, Belfast.
Enjoy better lighting, added security, and reduced energy cost with high-performance windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's showrooms feature the latest design and innovation trends from leading manufacturers. Your Hammond sales rep will assist you with your selections and cost estimate, and in-home measurement service is available if needed. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Get your window and door project started off right when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Davis Brothers Furniture is expanding. At Davis Brothers, we've always strived to stand out from the rest, and we are now proud to offer flooring for your home, featuring both carpeting and luxury vinyl flooring. We even have an installer in-house with over 30 years of experience. Come see the reason people have been traveling from all over the state and beyond to Davis Brothers Furniture in Guilford for decades. Davis Brothers Furniture, deliberately different, delivering statewide.
The holidays bring carols, dancing, and the best part,
getting hammered.
So gather round, for a holiday Shifting Gears is coming to town.
I am Santa Claus, you know.
A new Shifting Gears, Wednesday on ABC.
Researchers document the largest set of dinosaur footprints in the world and where the extinct creatures likely moved on to. A team of paleontologists announced the discovery of more than 16,000 dinosaur footprints in Bolivia's village of Toro Toro, which is home to a national park and is dubbed the Land of Dinosaurs. The team tracked thousands of footprints from theropods, a group of dinosaurs that most notably includes the T-Rex. Toro Toro has been long known for its rocky landscape covered with massive monster-like footprints. Researchers on the expedition say they followed the well-known tracks to a major discovery.
So first we started with one area, and then later on we found that these led into another area, and you could connect them all, and eventually we ended up with 9 different areas that are more or less all connected physically.
Researchers say the land has scant fossil evidence, likely because of human disturbances or the dinosaurs migrating through the area, but the footprints help them to understand more behavioral tendencies that can't be found from skeletal remains. Russian fishermen rescued dozens of deer stranded on an icy lake in Russia's Siberia. Take a look. Deer got stuck on the icy and slippery surface of a frozen lake in western Siberia. Exhausted and unable to get back on their feet, some deer facing freezing to death or harming themselves while attempting to escape. They were splayed out and panicking as fishermen came along with sleds to pull them to safety. This time of the year, snow over the icy ground in frozen lakes usually gives wildlife a surface grip, letting them trek across the landscape without much difficulty. But a brief period of unseasonably mild temperatures melted the snow and disrupted the deer's usual route as ice covered by water became extremely slippery. Well, that is all the time that we have left for this hour, but you can join us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22. Have a great day, everyone.